Back at it. I'm gonna let everyone introduce themselves, what they do. You know how I start this off. You can start.
Hey, it's your girl T True. You already know what time it is. Breathe Easy Podcast. Check me out.
You wanna mention your name?
Yeah. What's up, y'all? My name is Trigger Fullerton. I'm creator of Trilogy Productions. Most famous for working on studio level films and also indie films that's working in Miami.
All right. I don't need to introduce myself.
Hey guys, I'm Nicole Naray, entertainment publicist, media host, media executive. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Kim.
Okay.
Kim.
I like him.
All right. We're gonna start this off by saying, how does marriage benefit a man, Nicole?
Wait.
Because we
you
were
said
having,
you.
it's Nicole.
You talking him?
No, I'm talking about Nicole. You said marriage benefits a man. I would love for you to explain. And for the audience out there, how does marriage benefits a man in a relationship?
It benefits both. I said that marriage is more beneficial for men. I feel like marriage is for you guys. It's not for us.
Why is that?
Because, not to get too spiritual, but the Bible says when a man finds a good thing, when he finds a wife, he finds a good thing, he obtains favor from the Lord. And it's been proven that the way, I'm not a man, but based off of having conversations, men do better. You do better with a wife. You have to have a wife. That the point of having a wife is to have that support, to have that backing. You really cannot dwell in your full element as a man without a wife. Your life is not complete without a wife.
So how is your my bad.
That's more beneficial.
Okay.
It's more beneficial.
Because my rebuttal would be you can be in a relationship and have a strong wife.
You have a relationship and have a strong wife.
Girlfriend. My bad. I'm saying
girlfriend.
girlfriend. Yeah.
Girlfriend.
So I'm just trying to figure out what's the benefit. I understand you're going from the Bible. What if a man doesn't believe in the Bible?
It seems like what's happening right now is men are dating women and women are girlfriends and playing wife duties and being wives. So men don't feel like having a wife's a requirement because they're already getting treated like a husband by a girlfriend, and which is technically out of order.
I don't know. Me personally, I just feel like that doesn't have anything to do with it. I feel like times just have changed, and I feel like people don't really take marriage that serious like how they used to. It's not like your goal. It's not like people's goal, like where like, okay, I'm meeting this person, I like this person, I want to get married. It's just like you meet this person, okay, we have a bond, things is good, okay, let's leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because what are you giving a man to marry if you're not showing him your wifely qualities? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying, okay, you're catering to him, doing his laundry, cooking for him every night, coming to his house and cleaning up and all of that. But if you're living with a guy and you're a girlfriend, you just gonna chill and just be like, well, I'm not the wife, so I ain't gonna do, you know what I'm saying? You're still gonna do certain things that people might.
That's why most men won't marry women, because they come into the relationship saying, I'm not married to you, so I'm not gonna do A, B, C, and D. So why would I marry you if I don't see those qualities in you?
When you meet a woman, let's not play chemo. When you first meet a girl,
I'm listening.
When you first meet a girl, it don't take a man long to already put her in that category. You know, you know where you want to go with her. Is what I'm saying.
Off rip, yeah.
You know where you want to go.
Not necessarily, because I'm gonna give you an example. When I met the mother of my kids, my intentions was to get that. It wasn't to marry, to be girlfriend. I was just trying to hit. But as everything progressed, she started doing things that made me look at her differently. And I started looking at her differently.
Okay.
Like, I was sick. She didn't have a vehicle. She would drive around to, like, I think it was Winn-Dixie at the time, picking up, like, flu medication. But I wasn't looking at her in the beginning as someone I wanted to be with. But when I saw those qualities, I was like, there's someone I might want to be with. So you don't know her off rip.
Well, I don't think she mean like off rip. You're like, okay, that's gonna be my wife. But I feel like a guy know off rip if they're gonna give that woman the time of day. You know what I'm saying? Like you meet a girl, you know off rip, like, all right, I'm gonna see what's up
But
with
the
this
time
one.
of
You know what I'm
dating
saying?
and marrying someone for the rest of your life when you're old and wrinkled is two different things.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm
And I
saying?
feel like that's why it be taking dudes so long, 6-7 years to decide if they want to marry a chick. But that goes to her defense. Like I feel like it doesn't take a man that long to decide if he want
But
to marry a
tell you,
chick.
look,
So-
he already met a woman that when he was sick, she was like catering to him. I don't think that's like. I think she was just, she loved you, so she was just there for you. But at this point right now, you're telling me you're gonna be in your 50s and still be single, or you're gonna be in your 50s and you just gonna be in a long-term relationship?
Nah, eventually I want to get married, but I have to. Okay, I'm gonna break this down for y'all. Being married, you say it benefits a man. I'm gonna give you the man's perspective. If, for instance, we get a divorce, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. This is what we have to take into consideration. If we have kids together, we lose the kids right off rip. The courts are gonna give you guys the kids, so that's a headache.
I
Now,
want the kid.
hold on. I'm just saying.
That
Now
takes
we're on
it.
child support. That's something else we got to deal with. So if we're married, the house go to y'all. You know why the house go to y'all? Because the kids need somewhere to live.
Well,
So
all right.
Hold on. I'm gonna break it
You're
down.
generalizing though.
No,
You're
I'm just
generalizing.
saying-
Because I'm that white
Because-
boy, the kids need to live with their daddy.
And the thing about it is, like, you can come to. That's
See,
why
but
you have
I'm-
prenups. That's why you have
No, but
wills
what
and
I'm
stuff
saying-
like that, where
but-
you guys can
Agreement.
you can come to agreement
What
where
I'm-
it's like, all right,
but
well,
what
no,
I'm
we're
saying-
gonna sell the house. We
Exactly.
split the
What I'm
money.
trying to say is most.
No child support. We're gonna split custody. You know what I'm saying? So
but
it's not
most-
necessary.
Remember, most weddings happen with love. People are not thinking about prenups and if this go wrong, if that go wrong.
And I feel like that's an issue. More people should.
But
do
when
prenups.
it-
that
but-
conversation
Yeah,
first
it shouldn't
before
be
the
a, oh,
marriage.
you don't trust me. I don't think
But
that.
if it
We need to think about the
happens,
future.
we lose everything. We don't gain anything in that situation. That's why most men are not married. We lose everything.
But that's why I feel like
Why are
she
you
says
going
marriage
to-
benefits the man and divorce benefits the woman.
But you're going to
because as a
marriage
man.
thinking about divorce. Why is that even?
We
a-
not-
Well,
no,
I don't
we-
think
we-
you're thinking about divorce,
we
but
said-
you know when people break up, they do shit that you would never thought that they was gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
And who
It
loses in
gets
that
fair.
situation?
So before it gets
Who
fair-
loses in that situation?
Not necessarily. That's why I'm not gonna
So-
say that, because I done seen situations where
So
dad got full custody, dad got the house, dad got
I'm
this,
not-
that, you know.
Okay,
So
I'm just
Get
being
generalized.
general. I'm being general. I'm not talking about a mess of situation. I'm talking about a same situation. Two people break up, they separate, and you go to the courts. You know who the court benefits.
well, that's why I feel like that's why I agree with her, where marriage benefits a man and the divorce benefits a woman. Because in the marriage, the woman is mostly catering to a guy.
And the woman.
Like a guy, yeah, he'll pull his weight or whatever, but mostly the woman is coming home. She's gonna cook,
and
make sure her man
okay,
is fed.
who wins
make
in that
sure
marriage? Who wins in that marriage?
The man.
We're not saying
The man.
we're not looking
You're not
at the
listening.
divorce part.
No, what
We're
I'm saying.
saying beneficial.
Hold
the
on,
man benefits
no, but
more
what I'm
because
saying
the woman is gonna cater to
No,
her
what I'm
husband.
saying is, if we get a divorce in that marriage, who benefits from
Right,
that marriage?
that's why I say
A
the
woman does.
the woman benefits from the
Well,
divorce,
that's all
not
I'm
the
saying.
marriage.
No, she still got married to you. She still got married to you.
I'm with
Right, but
Tammy.
that
The
I feel like
women-
in the marriage, in the
She's
actual
winning
marriage,
the marriage.
the man is winning.
The man wins.
Because the woman is gonna go out her
So what
way
is-
to
okay,
put
so
her
what
man
is
on
the
a
man-
pedestal. This is my husband. My husband, I gotta do everything. My
No
husband.
one
My husband
cares about
called.
that.
But to a woman, she does. A woman, when a woman gets married, you don't notice that a lot of times when a woman get married, now it's just my husband. She gonna show the ring, let everybody know I'm married now. That's like the goal.
So
you know what
how
I'm saying?
does that
So
benefit-
in the marriage,
You're bringing up
Okay.
divorce, Kimo. Hold on.
I'm not
You're-
bringing up divorce. Listen to what she's saying.
We're
She's
saying, I think Tammy and I are saying that women are marriage. Let's not talk about what happens at the end of the
Right.
marriage. During the marriage is more beneficial for men, is what
Yeah.
we're saying.
but y'all
We're
not
not
giving
talking
me
about the
one
end.
example.
I'm
to
telling you,
When
because
you
a
buy
woman
a
is gonna
house-
cater,
when
she's
you
gonna
buy
go
a house-
over and beyond to cater to
When
her
you buy
man.
a house, I'm making a
So
home.
even if you at your lowest, your woman is gonna uplift you, your wife. I mean, in a perfect
Okay,
world,
so hold on.
she's gonna be
So
uplifting
what's
you.
the man doing?
Well,
When y'all
most of the
married?
time, a man just provides.
He's
He just
providing.
works and he pays the
Well,
bills.
hold on. The man
But
is
the woman is the one that takes care of
Wait,
the kids.
the
She
man
wakes
is
up in the morning,
protecting-
get them ready for school. She cooks, she cleans, she
And the
does,
man
and
doesn't
she
do
works.
that?
Most of the time, no. A man does not
But
fucking get up and take
This
care of
is
the
not the
kids and take them to
60s.
school.
A woman.
Remember, you're generalizing.
Remember,
So we're saying
hold on.
generalization.
Hold on.
Women
You
do
gotta-
these things.
Hold on. But women don't do that in 2024. They
Yes,
don't.
they do.
A lot of women don't.
What
Listen
about all
to
these
him.
single moms?
Listen to the woman.
Who's taking care of these single mom kids?
What
When
you
the dad is not around.
These women
They
want
gotta wake up. They gotta take care of the kids. They gotta make
so you trying to
breakfast.
tell me women,
They gotta cook when they
women
get home.
want-
They gotta clean. They gotta do the laundry.
Women want providers, and then they want to do what make money and not spend money in a household.
What? What are you talking about? That's not a wife.
What you mean they?
That's
what
not
you
a
mean?
wife.
Hold on.
That's not a wife.
What are you saying? Like,
I'm
you're
not
right. You're
talking-
saying
Listen,
the
I'm
truth.
not talking about y'all. Y'all might have a different perspective.
Right.
Y'all see social media, so don't act like y'all don't see what these
But
women
we're
be
talking
saying.
about
Right.
a wife. We're
Well,
just
these are
talking about
just
a
the
wife.
times. These are times have changed. We're saying
This
in
is
a
what I'm talking
relationship
about.
where
I'm
people
trying
are
to be
married.
realistic
But
on
the
how
traits that
relationships
you're
are now.
explaining, the traits that you're
That's
explaining
old school.
are not.
That's old school
No,
traits.
those are not traits of a wife general. Being
Right.
a wife does not change.
I'm not
through
talking
generation.
about what
Right.
what I'm saying is with the era
I
we're
feel like the
living
only
in.
thing that has changed is that the fact that women are
Have to do a lot more.
or they're making as much money as men now. Like before,
That's
with
the
the
only
man
thing
was
that
the
has
breadwinner and the woman she'll probably have like a little hustle or whatever. But the man was the breadwinner, and I feel like now women are like equal
That's
pay wise
that's the
when
only
it comes
thing
to a
changed.
man.
And they want you to be a provider, and they don't want to put anything into the household.
But
a lot
we
of
don't
women.
know what,
Well, I
what
don't
women you're
know.
talking
I don't know
about.
what
Yeah,
world
I
y'all
don't know.
live in, like y'all don't see this stuff.
No, but
You have a pot.
the
You know
battle-
what these women be saying.
the thing is, though, a lot of women are saying these things like, okay, well, I want a man to do this, that. I feel like they're saying that because men have been slacking lately.
And
Like
why are
men-
men slacking?
I don't know. The chemicals in the food, I don't know. They getting feminine. I don't know. But men are like hella, like, they want to be princesses
No,
nowadays.
they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Men are weighing the options, like I'm saying.
But women are too. That's why women are acting the
You
way they
know-
are. Because they're like, I make my own money. I can take care of myself. So they're
Okay,
looking at it
a
like,
st-
why
okay,
am I going to
a
be with a
statistic-
man
a-
that want me to treat him like my girlfriend?
A statistic came out not too long ago. They said 46% of women that's married are going to be divorced in 6 years.
Okay.
46%.
What is that based on?
It's based on women in today's era. I'm not talking about y'all look at marriage differently.
Right,
y'all
right,
grew with a different
The time.
time.
But it's not, women aren't in marriage by themselves. So
No.
how are they saying just putting this on women? Women aren't in a marriage by themselves.
But they are just saying the mindset of women nowadays. The mindset is fucked up.
But where's the mindset coming from?
Not men? Where do you think it's coming from? You want to add? Okay,
It's coming from the relationship.
let's let Kim give her little perspective on this before we. What do you think, Kim?
I don't know. I'm very open-minded because I see both sides. I see my father and my stepmother not in a marriage, but
Mhm.
together 20 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
They do everything equally.
Right.
My grandparents married 47 going on 48 years.
Mhm.
They do everything equally.
Right.
So I don't have much perspective.
Right.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna say this while in marriage, since we're talking marriage. What do y'all think about the provider aspect that's dominating the internet right now?
What's that? Explain.
That's I think that 50-50 thing about, oh, a man gotta do this, or if a woman don't do that, or whatever.
And that's where men are straying away from relationships because they feel like if I have to provide and do everything, and then the woman is not gonna bring 100% to the relationship because a woman think all I gotta do is cook, clean, take care of the kids. What if we don't have kids?
Where does that change though? Maybe it's just me because my dad is married. My parents was married and then they did get divorced and they both quickly got married. So I have bonus parents.
Mhm.
But my dad right now, shout out to my dad.
Mhm.
Shout out to my dad here, a real Opalaka one. But my dad right now, he has adult girls. I'm his baby, but all the girls are grown. My dad pays all of the bills. He pays the mortgage on the house. He pays the light bills. He pays all the utilities. My stepmom, she makes sure that she covers groceries. She makes sure toiletries is in the house. She makes sure food is in the house
Right.
to cook. Washing powder, things like
Yeah.
that. That's what she covers.
Mhm.
She pays the insurance and the car note on her car.
Mm-hmm.
But my dad pays 100% of the bills.
Right.
She does not pay one bill. The only thing she's required to do is to make sure that that house is a home, that there's toiletries in that house, there's washing powder.
And I feel like that's why he does those
let me
things.
finish. Right. So she has to make sure that's there.
Mhm.
So where do we get out of that providing is so hard? What do we get
Or
out
providing
of,
is only financial.
or providing is such a crutch for men?
Okay,
or
so
it's a taboo
so
situation.
answer
Right.
this then.
Right.
Why are the men in this era not doing it? If that's what we grew up on.
I'm saying that's what I grew up on. But why?
That's what most of us grew up on. Most of us, our fathers were the providers. We provided everything. So
Right.
this generation of men are not willing to do that. Why?
I feel like it's because they see that women got their own shit, and they're looking at it like, well, you got your own. What I feel like a lot of men nowadays is it's tit for tat. It's like, you do this, well then I can do that. So I feel like when a guy see that a woman is on his level financially, he's looking at it like, well, why do I have to do it?
Well, my
You got
stepmom
it.
has her own job. She keeps her money. She
Right, but
keeps
you
her
see,
from Dubai.
it seems like
So-
your dad is a traditional man though. You know what I'm saying? He's taking care of the home,
Exactly.
and he takes it
Traditional.
And he
financially.
lets
She
her
takes
go to
care of
Dubai
home.
without him. He does not
Men
go.
in
She
this
travels.
millennium are not
not.
traditional. It's a
And why
different.
not?
But that's why I feel
It's a
like it's
different
a
thing. It's like social media. We didn't have social media in the 90s.
yeah.
Things evolve. People think differently. I'm not gonna have a woman living with me and she's making 50,000 and I'm making 50,000
You see what I
and
just said?
she gets to keep all her money.
You see what I
we
just
break
said?
up and it's just a different perspective.
But you see what I just
But
said?
my thing is like,
I'm just keeping it real.
No, but that's
It's
what
not
I said. I
about
feel
social
like that's why it's
media.
like
If
that
It's not
nowadays.
social media. It's
if you're a real man, you're a real man.
That
Whether
doesn't have
you're
nothing to do
in the
with real-
1980s, whether we're in the
That
Gen
does
Z,
not have
whether
nothing
you're
to
a
do-
millennial, if you are a man
Yeah.
and you stand on certain principles, that's just what it is.
you're not gonna be
it's
living.
not about times
Oh, okay,
changing.
let me give you an example. You're not gonna be living in a household and not. Cooking and cleaning is not bringing nothing to the table. 'Cause I can
Maybe
cook
for
and
you,
clean.
maybe for you, but there are men.
Hold on,
Like she
hold
just
on,
said,
hold
that's
on.
her
I
dad.
cook, I clean, I iron my own clothes, I wash my own clothes. What are you here for?
Right, but what I'm saying is,
And you're
sometimes, right, it does
Stress?
sound like
And
it.
you're stressed.
Sound like it.
Stress?
And you're
But what I'm
I'm
saying
not
is,
stressed.
and
What
you're
I'm saying
what I'm saying is,
if I
you don't think that helped to have that person
If
to
a
do
man-
those things for
that's
you? You don't think
cool.
that's
You can have more
helpful?
the same way
If you
I
had
can
a
relieve
wife-
your stress, you can relieve my stress.
Right, that's why I
But-
feel like
If he-
financially, if the man, that's your
Listen,
portion. If the
but-
man
but-
is financially taking
but-
care of home,
but-
the woman takes the other
listen,
stress off of him.
but-
If he
That's
had a
how it
wife, he
should
would
be.
have more time to focus on
What I'm
other
saying
stuff.
is, if I'm able to do everything
There
you
you
can
go.
do, which most men can do in this era,
Right.
a lot of men cook, clean, they do everything women do.
Right.
So what are you bringing to the table?
But that's the same way a woman feels. A woman makes the same amount of money as a man, and she
Hold
cook
on.
and clean for herself.
Hold
So
on.
she's looking at what are you bringing to the
Hold on.
table?
That's why I said we're in a
That's
new
the-
millennium, and then women
exactly.
tend to say traditional. It's not traditional anymore.
Right.
That traditional stuff is the '60s.
No, but that's why it's not traditional anymore, because men don't want to take care of their woman anymore. They're looking at like,
No,
you
they-
got it. You
No,
got
no,
it, so
no,
why
no,
I gotta
no,
take
no.
care
They-
of you?
Men, listen, men still go out with their girl. They still do stuff for their girl.
Right.
It's just a different way of thinking
So
now.
The
what
way
do you
of thinking
find-
now
so what do
is
you
you
think
got
is
your own
valuable?
money, so I'm not giving you any money. That's the way of
if you
thinking now.
feel like, so maybe your perspective of what you see as valuable or as a wife is different, because you're saying cooking and cleaning. Being a wife is more than
Cooking and cleaning.
Being a wife is more than that. Being
Give
a
me
wife
some
is more than
examples.
that. Okay.
You a psychologist?
Well, you ain't me.
You gotta
That's
listen to
the whole
everybody's
point.
problems and make sure that the house
Can she
everybody
pray-
is sane. Sometimes you
When
ain't
you
even
lose your
sane.
job, can she hold her household down? Can she pray you through some situations? Can she help you elevate your other passions and other things?
Can you
But
give
how
her your
many-
tax money
Can
and
she
she
get-
flip it?
Can she exactly?
But what I'm saying is, how many women are going to do that? How many women are going to stay? Soon as your
A
man
lot
go
of women
broke,
do
no,
that.
but a lot won't. Soon as your man go broke, they out.
Well, the
And
thing,
that's why women won't.
I think
Men
it
won't
all
take that
comes
risk.
down to what a man is attracted to, because a lot of times it's not that the women are not out there. You're not attracted to those type of women. And as you get older, we have to understand what we want versus what we need, and we all
Right.
have to be honest that we have a type, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes your type is not what you need.
Right, yeah,
So don't
exactly.
say how many women out there will do that,
Right.
or is there women like that?
Right.
There's very much a lot of women out there. Maybe you're just not attracted to that type of woman, and that's not what's on your radar. So there's some accountability for yourself that you
just
can
like
take.
you said with your
That's
baby mom,
accountability.
where you said initially you just wanted to hit. So you
I'm
put
just being-
yourself,
I'm
but
just
you
being
put
honest.
yourself in a situation for a broken home. Because you wasn't even looking at her like that, and then you start
No,
seeing
I didn't
her.
put myself-
Yes.
no,
Then you
no,
start
no,
seeing
no,
qualities
no,
in her
no,
where you're
no.
like, okay, well,
The reason I didn't
maybe.
put myself in a position like that because, like I said, when I realized she can be different,
Mhm.
then we took it to another level.
Okay.
But before that, I would have been out.
But initially, what attracted you to her?
Physically.
Physically,
All
what
men.
it is.
All men.
That's women too, so don't act like y'all don't look at me.
No,
we don't. We know we don't.
Y'all do.
I don't go for looks all the time.
Initially,
Yes,
yeah,
y'all
it'll
do.
probably,
Yes, y'all do.
initially
No.
it'll probably be the looks. You be like, damn, he look nice. That dude, he fine.
If you in your car and
But
some
once
dude
you
in the
start
bus stop
talking
trying to
to
holler at you, you
No.
out of there. Get
No,
out of there.
listen, because I meet a lot of six-figure guys, okay, and I have them in my DMs right now. A lot of six-figure men in the area that I'm in, and I still will not date them, and they are physically.
But you know why you're not gonna date them.
Why?
You know why you're not gonna date them.
Why?
Because you know
that.
they in your DMs, they in the next female DMs, and then the next
It's not
female
that.
But
DMs.
the
It's not that.
do that.
No, that's not that.
The
I
ugly
gotta
guys
do
do
that.
that.
It's not that. It's not that. And I'm physically attracted to them. So I was just going back to the point where you said that we do that. Most times, women, we don't always go for looks. We will settle based off of other things.
Yeah.
We are not automatically first thing looks.
Yeah.
We don't tell
I
y'all
can't say that
this.
about a man because I don't look at a girl and be like, oh my gosh, she got a big ass. I don't care about how fat your butt is.
I
But
mean,
it's
but
the
like,
physical. You have
the
a
physical
physical.
is usually what is
Women, we
gonna
don't
make a
check-
man approach a woman to
I
begin
dated a
with.
girl that was not even cute before because
Dang, that's messed up. Shout
I'm
out
just
to her.
keeping it real.
Oh my God.
We had a nice.
I hope you're not watching.
We had a
Is
dope.
it you?
Right? Do she know?
Not
No, I'm
like
just-
50 girls like that.
No,
You know what I mean?
What I'm saying is I was at my dog crib, we was having a conversation. She was so cool.
Right.
She was just cool, down to earth,
Right.
funny. And I was like, man, we went to the movies and things progressed. She was just a dope
But
female.
if you got a little bag, you could make her cute.
I'm not gonna
You
have
could make her
no
cute.
plastic
No,
surgery,
I'm
man.
just no. It's not. I'm not talking about plastic surgery. Maybe she just wasn't going to the right hairstylist. Maybe she needed to elevate
Right
her look.
outfit,
So don't
right.
say that you dated a girl that
Then
was
you
so
gonna fix
cute.
her up for the
Because
next
one
man.
thing about it, money changes everything. If you would have put a little, if she would have changed
Then
her
he
look,
gonna get her
How long you
fine.
dated
He
this
gonna
girl?
get her
How long you
fine
dated
and
this
she gonna
girl?
find somebody else.
5 months.
Yeah.
Oh, that way, no.
Oh, you just like that she was real cool. You
Yeah,
found a
she
little
was cool.
homegirl in her.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
found a homegirl in
Yeah,
her. She
yeah.
was cool. Yeah, that was
Wait,
a
well,
friend
how did
zone.
y'all break up? He just be like, man, this ain't working.
Now, what actually happened is I stayed by myself and she used to come over all the time.
Mhm.
And then she started coming over a lot.
Oh, like she was trying to move in a little
Yeah.
bit.
Men, and I want to say this, men, and this goes back to the wife
Yeah.
thing. Men deal with you guys deal with women that's convenient. Men deal with women that they have access to. Women we don't date like that. Y'all can only get what y'all have access to. Y'all can only get what we allow y'all to. Because if it's a girl that was that you was attracted to, and she wasn't feeling you, you won't have access to her. So
Yeah.
you had access to her. So this goes back to my point about a wife.
You're not
And
gonna
it
win on
goes
this.
back, and it
because-
goes back to
Because y'all not being
Yes,
honest.
no,
'Cause we
No, I'm being
y'all think
completely
traditional men exist in 2024? But
They do.
traditional- They
They
don't.
do.
They do.
So
Not,
why-
and not what not
if-
enough women are setting
if
the
they-
standard. A lot of women are
If
not
traditional
setting the
men,
standard.
if it does, why is the marriage rate so low?
Because I don't think that marriage is a goal anymore. Like
Yeah.
back in the day, it was like you get married. That's the goal. You got kids, get married. You have a family. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, that's not the goal anymore. A lot of people
I
are
remember
looking.
growing up,
the
people used to
thing
be
about it-
excited about trying to get married.
Right, that's
That
what I'm
used to be a
saying. But the
thing.
thing about it, you look at the statistics and they're probably like, oh, the marriage rate is low or whatever. But what about long-term relationships? There's people that's been in relationships 20, 30 years.
But this was we.
They just think they're not married.
Me and her was just talking about
I
this.
could not
She
have
said,
been-
"I cannot be in a long-term
I
relationship.
could
I'm
not
not
have been
married."
rich
But
on
that's
this one
you.
long-term girlfriend.
That's
I'm
you.
sorry. I
There's
cannot
people
be.
out here that don't look at
I
marriage
cannot-
as their
I
end goal.
cannot be the front row seat at the funeral and knowing that I was with you for 15 years and I have no grounds anymore after all the sacrificing and I let you have kids on me and I did all this and I had to find your body and baby now I gotta be on this front row.
All right. Well, if you stayed after you
But
had
But
kids on you and all that, then that's on you.
if she was a real girlfriend, instead of just picking him off the ground and putting the covers on him,
Right.
she would have took him to bed. And maybe she would have known he was dead 24 hours
Right.
before.
Right.
But
No, but you know, I'm
we can't
all
get
jokes
married
aside.
if a man does not marry us. That's how marriage works. So So it's like you said, you guys
So
are the
what's wrong
problem.
with getting on one knee?
For the woman?
Yeah. If you really want to marry him.
I'm not doing that.
Cut the camera
I'm not
right
doing
now.
Hold on. What's
I'm
wrong?
not
If you
doing
really
that.
want to marry him, you wouldn't do it?
But
No, because I feel like that's a
I'm
male
not gonna
role.
do that because the
Why
I
is
feel
it
like that's a
male
male
role?
role.
Why?
But
Because
a man
finds a wife.
good when
A
a
man
man
finds a
Who made
wife.
that rule?
I feel like that's masculine.
Where did
I
that
feel like that's masculine for
Hold
a
on,
woman
but
to
where?
get down on her knee and
But
say,
where?
"Will you marry me?"
I'm just saying. I'm gonna get on one knee if I want to marry someone.
That's
but
masculine.
But where?
That's masculine.
Hold-
As a female, what
but
I look
where-
like getting down on my knee
but where-
and taking
who
your
made
big
the
ass
rule?
hand and ask you to
So
marry
you
me.
want me?
I'm just saying.
You want your
No.
woman and her cute dress to get her on
She
her
got-
knees.
what she got on pants?
And still,
What she got on jeans?
No.
what she got on
No.
jeans? Still, you want her to get on her knees?
No.
But I'm just saying, like, you're tripping.
I'm just saying what's wrong.
I
What's
feel
wrong
like-
with a woman wanting to do that? If that's their prerogative.
Well, if that's their prerogative, then okay. But I feel
Y'all
like
men are too
if your man wanted to marry you, he would have asked you. So you getting on your knee and asking, even if he say yes, even if he say yes, in the back of my mind gonna be like, you this nigga really want to
The
marry
only
me?
reason I said that is because she said I'm not waiting around for no man for 15
Right,
years.
right.
But why? You don't have to wait on him.
Right.
He can be like, "Boy, I want to marry you,"
Right.
and he may
First-
say yes.
First of all, I have a limit, and if a man does not propose to me within that time, then I know I'm not his person, and I'm fine with that. And I'm
Right.
okay.
How do you know
with
you're not
that.
his person? You might be his person. He might be trying to get his life in order, finances in order. You just don't know that.
I don't know. I just don't feel like marriage is the end goal. Like,
And
yeah,
that's
I
why-
understand what you're saying. Like, okay, when it comes to making decisions,
Mhm.
or if you're on his deathbed and you're the one to make the decision and shit like that. But I feel like that's what a will is for. If you're with somebody and you're looking at it like, okay, marriage is not our thing. Okay, well, let's make this will, and we're gonna make you are the one that's gonna make the decision if anything was to happen.
Wait,
So why not
99
get married? Because it's still
99
paperwork.
Right, because
Listen.
sometimes people don't want
Watch
that.
this. Okay, hold
Sometimes
on.
people don't want to
Hold
have to
on.
go to the courts. And
Okay, hold on. I'm
Some
gonna say
people
one
just-
thing. I'm gonna say one thing.
marriage is not your thing.
Sometimes people do better without
Thank you.
documentation in the
That
marriage
pressure,
rather than being married.
Why do you
Sometimes-
think they do better, Kim?
that obligation.
You think it's just something?
It's the obligation.
Yeah.
They
Nicole,
have
let me
that
ask you a
paperwork.
question.
Now you're like, we're married.
I'm gonna ask you a question. I know you'll do it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna ask you a question. I know you'll do it
What?
because you sound like you'll do it. If you got married and your man said, "We're gonna go to the lawyer's office and sign a prenup," you're willing to do that?
Yeah,
I know you're right. I already know you're gonna do it.
but that's
I'm
something we
asking
were talking
Nicole.
about before we even got married.
So you would sign a prenup. The man
Well, first
walks
of
away with the
all-
house.
First of all, my future husband is marrying a boss, so it's
I'm
nothing.
not- I
so it's
understand.
nothing. So it's nothing.
We're not
I
talking
don't-
But
about.
what if he got less than you?
Listen.
Huh?
What if he got less than you?
And he wants to sign a prenup still?
Yeah, like he's like, I just want you to know that I love you for real. I want to do this prenup so you don't think I'm with you for your money.
I'll still do it if that's what he wants. I'm okay with a prenup either way, whether I have less or he has less.
Okay,
right.
cool. Because a
I'm
lot of
okay,
women
yeah.
not with that. A lot of women not with that.
I'm okay with a prenup.
You know why?
I'm okay
I'm not
with a
even
prenup
looking. I'm
either
not
way.
even. I'm not
who
looking
has
at it
less
like
more.
right. I'm not looking at it like, okay, he don't trust me or he's gonna leave me with nothing, because that's the point of the prenup. Is we're gonna talk and be like, okay, let's just say we get divorced. What you leaving me with?
I think
You know what?
prenups
You know what I'm
are
saying?
good.
Yeah.
How am I gonna be taken care
I'm
of?
actually a big advocate for prenups because I feel like life does happen, and Kimo was
Thank
making
you.
the point that
Thank
you
you.
don't plan to be a single mom or single
Thank
dad. Life does
You know
happen.
why I want a prenup?
But at least we're going into it knowing that if life does happen for us,
Right.
we know how we exit it.
'Cause
out of
it's
this,
not like-
and nobody's on a blind.
And
Nobody's
it's not like they're just
blinded.
giving you this and you're like,
This
I
is-
gotta sign
this
it.
is
You
the
can
reason I
read
want a
it and be
prenup.
like, I want to change this, I want to change
But this is
that.
the
It's
reason
not
I want a
one-sided.
prenup.
I'm okay with
If
it.
I'm
Yeah.
in a relationship, the reason I want a prenup is I feel in my heart, if we have a prenup, I feel like a woman is gonna fight harder for the relationship. Because, and the reason I'm gonna say that is, with a prenup, like if you don't have a prenup, it's grounds, oh, I can just leave, take half of this nigga stuff, and I can just walk away. But if that's not on the table, you have to fight, you know what I'm saying, for your relationship.
I don't think so. Because
That's just me.
I feel like the prenup is
I
set.
It prevents the breakup.
The prenup is set in stone, so you already know what you're getting out of a relationship if y'all do break up. So I feel like it's easier for you to leave. If there's no prenup, it's harder because maybe for the man, because he's looking at it like, damn, if I break up with this bitch, he probably get half of my shit. We didn't sign no prenup.
Exactly.
But with the prenup, I feel like it makes it easier because you already know what's gonna happen when we break
No,
up.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about it makes it harder for a woman to sign it, knowing if the breakup happens, this nigga can just walk
But
away
are-
with
but are
everything.
Right, but that's why you read the prenup and you say, well, I want this. If we break up, I want this and I want that.
Yeah.
That's why. That's the purpose of the prenup.
But most